I'll say the N-word for you.
Yeah.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah.
You can sell out arena.
You can sell an arena.
Is that where you would have put it?
God, man, if I could just get like a little
button?
Like, yeah, there goes. Canada. I am coming to the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival, Winnipeg, Halifax, Spokane, Calgary, Vancouver. It is me, Whitney Cummings, Miss Pat, Fortune Feimster, and Derek Stroop. Get your tickets at Bertcast.com. The Permission to Party World Tour kicks off September 18th in Rockford, Illinois, the 19th in Milwaukee, the 20th in St. Paul, Minnesota, the 21st in Duluth, Minnesota, followed by Eugene, Oregon, September 28th. Avoid scalpers and go to Bert.com to get your lowest ticket price.
Is that an intro?
No. It just starts. Wait, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? Isn't this what the fuck?
Are we doing Shirtless?
This is what the fuck we do, isn't it? I thought, I would have swore. I went Bert. What am I supposed to say?
I can take it. Yeah, I can take it off. I smell like shit right now.
Yeah?
I smell so bad.
I just thought that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do Bert Kreischer and sit here with your fucking clothes on.
Oh my God, I smell so bad.
What did you do?
I did a spot last night at the store, 2 spots at the store.
That was last
night.
night.
And I showered, but I forgot to put on deodorant. And then I got off stage and I smelled so fucking bad. This is perfect. I kind of want a beer now. Can I get a beer, Sandra?
Yeah, they come in twos. So,
they come in twos.
It's just.
Oh my God. I kind of like smelling, you know?
Are you a funky funk?
I am.
Let me see.
Oh no, it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad.
You can't say you're.
It's so bad.
I smell yesterday's stuff on there.
Yeah,
so you're
yeah.
not that bad. There's still something on there. Dead ass. I'd have been like, oh my God, Bert. But that's lit.
Cheers, brother.
No, man,
cheers. Congratulations on the special.
Man, thank you so
Congrats,
much.
fucking. By the way, I'm real particular about like comedy specials. Like there's certain things.
Before you say this, I gotta say, barely anyone has seen it.
I just watched it,
which is fine.
Yeah,
but just know, I'm a baby deer listening. Like I'm like,
oh no,
what do you think about my art?
Well, I'm always. I never. The material is the material. I always go. If you're on Netflix, it's great material. You have great material. By the way, I'm not going to talk about any of your bits. I want people to watch them, but the fucking bit about the gym, I just heard about that in real life the other day.
Yeah.
And I was laughing hysterically. I go, that's a thing? Like, that's a fucking thing?
Yeah.
Are we, for real?
They're dead ass
and
serious.
so you talked about it and I was like, oh, this is great. But I get obsessed about, and I just held a panel for your consideration for Netflix.
Oh, nice.
I get obsessed with where you shot it, what you wore, what your backdrop looks like, what's the vibe, what's the like, because that's really important on a special. And yours was beautiful. I will tell you, that fucking shirt was a home run.
Can we talk about all that in detail?
Please.
I'll drink to that.
Dude, that shirt, if I wore a shirt, that's the fucking shirt.
Oh man, you have no idea what you walked into. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
That's my brand.
Really?
Yes.
That's your brand?
Yes. And Por Osos was part of my, like, you know what? We're entrepreneurs already, but I want something that's not so me on it that can go.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah,
So I was like, yeah, because I did Your Mom's House, and that's where I was like, good God, look at what we should be doing, right? And so that's when I first saw Por Osos everywhere, and I saw stuff. I was like, yeah, comics can have product that doesn't say us on it.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the impetus that was like, let me do a clothing line. That along with me wanting to. So like, this is the roses, that hoodie is the roses. Netflix wouldn't let me say that or nothing, but that is my brand.
Really?
I'll send you one.
I'll
send you a t-shirt and a hoodie.
I fucking loved it. And I went, it's one of my favorite specials ever is Sarah Silverman's Jesus is Magic.
Okay.
And her backdrop has the same vibe as that shirt, but that shirt, because you know what's great? I geek out about specials. But the majority of a special is in the top third. It's from here up. That's where you're going to see a lot of. And so sometimes you spend a lot of money on a backdrop where you're only catching a blurred out image.
Tiny bit over. Yeah.
Your backdrop was on your chest, and it was so fucking dope. I loved it.
So let's talk about it, because that's not. I didn't get a Netflix Presents. I got the other kind where they give you a little bit and you present something to them. So I crewed up like that. So I know exactly who did that setup. I know how we turned it to what it looks like, probably $1 million shoot, and we did it for 246.
Really?
Yes.
246.
It's very specific.
Fucking yeah. Well, and I know what those numbers are, what they give you. So
I don't know yet, but I know I was like, instead of taking something off the top right now, I'm gonna put it all on the screen, risk it all. This whole thing was a risk. Like, who the hell does, you go into it in productions like, we don't know what he's gonna do in the next 20, but just catch it all.
Yeah. How many shows did you shoot? 4. 4? Fucking brilliant.
And we were set to do 2.
Yeah.
And Marcus Russell Price was the director, and he came and saw me. This is a really good beer. I'm gonna hang on to.
Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Anyway, so
clip that out, send it to him.
Bet.
By the way, they just had Taylor Swift play at tight end U. He does Taylor Swift just did a pop-up for a whole bunch of tight ends yesterday.
Playing?
No, it's this fucking, I don't know why I even brought it up because it's so confusing to even explain. Okay. In Nashville, they do tight end university where all the tight ends get together and teach young kids in high school how to be tight ends, and Taylor Swift performed for them. And I was like, what? With Kane Brown. It was
Kane Brown is dope, bro. We play Call of Duty together.
What?
We play Call of Duty together.
For real?
Yeah, I played a few games with him.
Fucking awesome.
He's pretty damn accurate on that game too.
He is awesome.
He's revived me a few times. I'm like, dog, I'm going to the gulag, and he's like, I got you. Yeah. So I put it all into it. It was 200. I put 246. I had to spend 20 plus something just for the song. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't take nothing. I was like, I'm putting it all on. I'm risking it all. Then we go to filming, and it's like, all right, because my show, you saw it. It's a blend of everything.
A little bit of crowd work, a little bit of everything. A lot of material.
Yeah. But the first thing I drank to was when you said the material was good, because so many people think I'm only the crowd work guy.
Dude, it's
that for you to say that part.
But your crowd work is, here's the deal. I've been talking about this lately. Just because when I started, crowd work was frowned upon because people would get shitty if you did other comics would be shitty if you did crowd work in front of them during a showcase, because it is a very powerful medium. Crowd work is almost 100% improv.
Yep.
Sometimes you can slide a joke in, but the improv is what makes people feel alive in it. And then when you go and see someone do their act, it feels a little staged. So that's why people used to shit on crowd work. And a lot of guys who are just material and can't do crowd work shit on crowd work. I loved crowd work. When I was doing clubs, I loved doing crowd work. I would find my crowd work was not as good as yours, but it was a little more chaotic. I liked the chaos in the moment.
Right.
I liked bringing someone on stage. I liked you have a great bit online about of a proposal. I have one of the best. I have one of the best.
What happened to yours?
Oh, buddy. You want to talk about and the story's almost better. So come up to me before a show, guy wants to propose to his girlfriend. And I was like, cool. Virginia Beach Funny Bone. Rick's a manager there at the time. And he's like, can you work that into your set? And I was like, yeah, of course. And so I'm on stage. I have no plan. I'm on stage. I'm trying to think. And I'm like, okay. And they're in the front row.
Right.
And so.
You know who they are.
I know who they are. And guy kind of looks like me.
Okay.
Girl's pretty hot. And so I'm messing with them the whole show, okay. Right? Kind of planting seeds, messing with them. I say to the guy, dude, I feel like I'm looking in a goddamn mirror. I go, we got to do a shot together. Boom. So I go, get upstairs, get up on stage. We do a shot together. I go, let's play a game. I want to play a game, okay? I said, bring your girlfriend. I want you to take your shirt off.
Yeah.
And I want your girl to feel our chest, and she's got to see if she can guess which one is you and which one's me.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay. So we get her up. We take our shirt. We blindfold her.
Yep.
Second, we blindfold her. He drops to a knee, and you just hear the whole room go, oh.
Uh-huh.
Girl takes her blindfold off. Bah. Boom. Right now, next week, I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Stroop comes up to me. He goes, hey.
Dave. Shout out to Dave Stroop.
He goes, I heard you killed it with a proposal. I said, yeah. He goes, I got a proposal tonight. Is it cool if I do it? I go, fuck yeah, man. I can do it even better.
Right.
He's like, awesome. I'll let him know it's cool. So I was like, cool. So I go, just tell me where they're sitting. He goes, I'm going to sit them in the front row. I'll tell you which table they're at when you're about to go on stage. So I was like, all right. So I'm about to go on stage, and he goes, okay, front row. Oh, and heads up, the girl's proposing to the guy. I went, huh, what?
Wait, whoa. Wait, what?
I go, hold on, my trick doesn't work anymore. Like,
let's feel who's got better titties.
Yeah. I go on stage, I'm like, fuck. And then I'm looking at the chick, and she's doing this the whole time. I'm like, oh, God. And so I bring them on stage, and I'm like, hey, let's play a game.
Bert, that's fucking hilarious.
I go, we're gonna blindfold the guy, and we're both gonna kiss you on the neck. And he's like, what the fuck? I go, you gotta guess which one he is. He's like, I don't want to do that. I go, just put the blindfold on, man. So I put the blindfold on. She drops to a knee, and the crowd goes, oh shit. And then he takes the blindfold off, and he looks at me. He goes, fuck you.
Right.
And I go, I'm so sorry. And she goes, will you marry me? And he goes, fine. Yes, I told you I would.
Oh my gosh.
And then no one cheers, no one applauds. They get back to the table, and he grabs waitress. He goes, I need 2 shots. And
wow.
I was like, oh, this is so bad. But I saw yours. Yours was pretty fucking great.
Which one did you see?
The one with the dude with no undershirt.
Okay, so there was one recently in Baltimore that was absolutely insane. So you knew the person. Now, I've had a couple other proposals, like people see the one you saw, and they're like, and then guys are like DMing, or they'll hit my assistant like, yo, we're coming. So this guy's like, I'm coming to Baltimore. I want to propose to my girl. I'm like, do you have the ring? He's like, yeah, send a picture. All right, bet. Is she going to say yes?
Yeah.
Yes, she's going to say yes. All right, cool. We'll situate it. Then I get there. They're like, he's in the balcony. I'm like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to get him out of the balcony?
How do you casually recognize someone in the balcony? There we go.
Now you understand where I'm at. So and then I'm like, what does he look like? I didn't think to like, yo, send me a picture of you or nothing like that. So he didn't send me a picture. They're just like, dude's in the balcony, he's wearing a gray shirt.
Is there a gray shirt in the balcony? Fucking Jesus.
So I decided to go, I just did a breakdown of the show. You know, the tone was love. I'm like, hey, I want to see which generation does it the best. Give me an old couple. Give me a new couple. Give me a hood couple. We're in Baltimore. So give me a hood couple. So I had like some grandparents. I had the next level down. Then I had like the hood couple. And then I had like a couple that looked like maybe mom and dad or whatever. And then them. So I was like, we'll wait while everybody comes down. Give me a couple up top that looks like they're in love. Like, thank God he was like, all right, this is when we go.
This is us.
So it took 6 minutes, right? All the couples are lining up. I'm filling it with just random banter and all that. Like, so where are you from? Oh, and there was a lesbian couple. And the boy lesbian? I don't know how to say it. Top. But you know, top. Is that what you say?
I think so.
Okay. Maybe they're side by side, but the one with the goatee, I showed the goatee. So I literally held my camera.
The boy lesbian. The boy lesbian.
She had a full. I was like, is that chin hair? She's like, you see it, right? So then I like had my hand up against it, the white side, and then I showed that. So that bought some time for them to get down. So I'm like, all right, let's do a kiss off. They all start kissing. The oldest couple is like, you know, oh, that was sweet. All right, good. Thank you for showing us old love. Y'all make y'all way back.
Get the fuck out of here.
Meanwhile, the hood couple, the girls jumped up into the guy's arm. He's laid down on the floor. They're dry fucking.
Yeah.
And I'm saying the middle couple's making out, and then the couple I'm looking for that I don't know is him yet, because now there's 2 with gray shirts. So I'm like, which one is the guy?
Oh my God.
They're kissing. They all kiss. So I'm doing process of elimination. It's not the oldest couple. It's not the hood couple. This couple already has on wedding rings. I'm just looking real fast. So there's a young couple without rings, and the one that I couldn't figure out. I was like, y'all just kiss. And then the couple that wasn't the one I was looking for, kissed like open mouth French kiss, tongue swirling. And I was like, that ain't them. Like this, so you guys go ahead and go. So it was down to those 2. And I'm like, all right, yeah, we got the last one. Let's give her one more kiss. So they kiss again. And then I step back and I'm like, okay, he doesn't do it. So here, take the mic, man. Tell her how you feel about her. He's like, babe, you know, I love you. Takes his glasses off. I love you. My life's never been the same since you've been in it. I'm like, here we go. Motherfucker hands me the mic back. Doesn't take a knee. Now I'm like, ma'am, how do you feel about him? She's like, my life's been so different with you in it, and I never want to go nowhere else. I'm like, okay. Then she hands me the mic back. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm in my mind. You know, I'm like, fam, I'm looking at him. I'm like, did I just get rid of the guy? Was the tongue kisser the one, right? And I'm like, y'all make some noise for him, right? Like, it's low-key awkward.
Yeah.
Definitely, he had 3 chances at this point to just go ahead and pop the question. He's like, wait. I was like, give him the mic, bop, he drops to a knee, crowd goes crazy. I start singing Music Soul Child on another mic or something.
Yeah.
They get up, they kiss again, big hug. Thank you, good night. But when I tell you, I was searching for this man. From the balcony. I'm like, fam, you can't. And then he wrote me after, like, man, that was really smooth. I said, motherfucker, that was not smooth. What took you so long? I thought you got, cold feet or whatever they call it. And he was like, no, man, I just didn't know what pocket the ring was in. So that's why he was bullshitting. He was like trying to pat his pocket without her seeing.
Oh my God.
But it's going to be great. It's not online yet, but when it goes, people will understand what I'm saying. But that little hood couple was hilarious.
Man, I wish I would have posted crowd work clips. But my crowd work back in the day, most of it was for survival purposes. Like, it wasn't like fun. It was like, because I wasn't that good of a comic at the time.
Okay.
Like, I definitely hadn't found my voice yet. I definitely didn't have fans. And I would go in and do shows and like, you couldn't, man, comedy was different then because you didn't get to pick what type of crowd you got. Right. If you got an urban crowd, you got an urban crowd, right. And you had to appease them. Like, I did a show in Miami one time where it was so bad. I brought a Latino guy and a black dude up on stage, and I go, I don't think these people understand what I'm saying. So can you translate
to the black guy?
To the black guy and to the Latino guy. Okay. So, and then I brought a table.
But you speak the same language as the black guy, Bert.
No, not. Have you been to Miami?
Yeah, just was there 2 weeks ago.
No, I did not speak.
Was he Dominican?
Language. I said I was talking to this girl.
Okay,
and he goes, shit. Can I get some conversation? And the place goes fucking nuts.
What is
Latino guy goes, and the fucking place goes bananas.
Wait, what did it say?
I don't know.
So you don't know Spanish?
I don't know. I do. I was trying to speak Spanish to them at times. They weren't even speaking. Like, nothing I was doing worked. Dude, I was at a show one time in Miami where a guy got stabbed in the middle of my show.
In the crowd?
In the crowd. Pitbull was there. I swear to God.
For what?
For fucking laughing at me, I guess. They didn't like it. They stabbed him. Who fucking knows? I don't know why they got stabbed. I don't know. I took it as myself. I was like, I must have did that.
You're like, I'm killing him.
My crowd work was always like in defense of having a shitty show.
Okay.
Like and then when you get good at it, then you could, I mean, I always did the kind of crowd work I did sometimes was like where you knew the joke before you asked the question.
Okay.
Do you want to hear the worst crowd work ever?
Yes.
This is so bad. I'm in Cincinnati at the new club, the new Cincinnati, not the old Cincinnati.
Not the on the levee.
The one that they have right now?
Yeah.
I'm at that one. Well, the aquarium's right by it.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a show, and there's a bunch of black chicks all wearing the same shirt, same color shirt.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, what's up? I was like, is this like a family reunion? They're like, nah. I was like, where's Big Mama at?
Damn.
And they're like, nah.
They're all wearing black.
No.
Big Mama died.
No, pink.
Pink?
Yeah, do the math.
It's a wedding party.
No.
Wearing pink? Breast cancer.
Fuck.
Where's Big Mama?
Where's Big Mama?
She's there. She just got 2 titties. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to pivot out of that. That's funny.
They go, buddy, it was so bad. I go, we guys, is it a family reunion? And I'm like, where's Big Mom at? And they're like, no. I go, we all wearing the same color. And they're like, yeah. I go, so what is it? Like, is there a barbecue? Is there a cookout? What's going on?
Damn.
And they're like, we have breast cancer. And I was like, what an unlucky family. Right? This is back when like people didn't love comedy the way they love it now. They were like, whoa.
Yeah, they're like, what?
And I was like, wow, that's really sucks. And then I was like, but you guys are doing good now, right? And they're like, no. And I was like, what? And they're like, 2 of us have recessed or whatever, regressed, or it's show back up. It's back.
Dang.
And I went, but you're gonna beat it, right? And the woman's like, no, that's why we're here, man, is to forget about it. I was like, well, then don't wear the same fucking color shirt. I would never have brought this up. We wouldn't be in this. I go, this is kind of your fault. It's not going well. And so,
is that a thought, or you said that out loud?
I said that out loud. I go, and they go, we're just here for support. We just want to forget about it. And I go, okay. I go, well, here, let's let's I go the one the sickest. I go, can you do a shot with me? And she's like, I can definitely do a shot. And I go, it's not gonna fuck with you. And she goes, I'm terminal. Like I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm yeah.
What was the shot?
So we go do a shot of tequila.
Okay, good. Thank God you were like buttery nipples.
Yeah. God, that would have been good.
Yeah, it would have been solid.
And I said to him, and then show goes, good. I'm fucking with them a little bit, nothing bad, and go to them every now and then. At the end of the show, I said to her, I said, hey, I didn't go perfect tonight, and I owe you one.
Yeah.
And so I said, here's the deal. I said, whenever you're feeling really down, I'm gonna give you my number. You call me, and if you're feeling down and you're feeling alone, I'll talk to you. I'll try to make you laugh. I'll try to change your mood.
Yeah.
Whatever. She's like, for real? I said, she goes, you're not just saying that. I said, I'm giving you my number. You get into a hole one night, you call me, I'll crack open a beer, we'll bullshit. She was like, okay. It's like a month later, I'm in my backyard.
Oh, shit.
Family's asleep. I'm drinking red wine. I saw my call, it comes up, black cancer. And I'm like,
wait.
Well, that's why I saved it. I saved it as black cancer. Well, I didn't know I'm not gonna put Janelle. I don't know who the fuck Janelle is.
Put black cancer.
Black cancer. And so I was like, hello.
Happy birthday. First of all, it's your birthday month.
She goes, I wonder if I still have her in here. Oh shit, that was a close call. I wonder if I still have her in here as black cancer.
Black cancer?
Yeah. And so
not just cancer. We gotta also make sure we know.
Black cancer.
Who saves somebody has black cancer?
No, I don't have her anymore. That's got to be fucking few phones ago. That's before I had an iPhone, I bet.
But she called you?
She called me and she goes, hey, I'm in one of those holes you're talking about.
Wow.
And so I just like, hey, I'm up. I said, let's bullshit. I'm open a brand new bottle of wine. She goes, well, I'm gonna put a bottle of wine too. And we started talking, and I was fucking on one. I was just fucking trying to make her laugh, make her laugh. And then eventually she was like, hey man, you don't shut the fuck up. I was like, yeah. And she was like, you just can't. I haven't got a word in edgewise. I go, I didn't know you wanted to talk.
Right.
She was like, no, I kind of wanted to go back and forth. She goes, I would rather just sit here, man. I'll talk to you later. And she hung up.
What?
I told her the machine story. I told her everything.
Fuck.
I was like, yeah. And she's got to be dead now, I guess. But that's my crowd work.
I hope she's alive.
Can you imagine how viral that would go if you posted that?
I hope she's alive.
I hope. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
We can hope. Holy shit, man.
Guys, enter the room dick first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet. It's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting. Like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk, a gym membership. A coach just showed up and said, we're getting after it today, boys. Blue Chew is the original brand, offering chewable tablets for better sex. And when I say better sex, I'm talking aggressively better sex. I'm telling you, sunsets at 4 p.m., take a Blue Chew. Get ready for the night to explode. You bring thunder like a summer rainstorm. You're in and out of there like a champion. Gentlemen, this isn't just about performance. This is about legacy or third legacy. Give her group chat something to talk about, and you know she's going to text her friends from college. You know you're going to lay it down, and they're going to talk about how you get it up. Nothing makes more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, get your first month of Blue Chew free by just using promo code Bertcast at checkout, and you pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. Thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring this podcast and Thursday night. I'm going to be dead honest with you. Yesterday, I put on a True Classic shirt, and I said to myself, maybe I got to stop using testosterone. That's how great these fit. They fit so great in the shoulders and the arms and give you just enough room in the belly. At True Classic, the mission goes beyond just fit and fabric. It's about helping guys show up with confidence and purpose. When you feel jacked, you feel confident and you feel perfect. And their gear fits amazing. I mean, and it's priced so nice. Every guy anywhere can step into confidence without stepping out of their budget. But what really sets them apart, it's not just about the fit or the fabric. It's about the intention behind everything they do. True Classic was built to make an impact. Whether it's helping men show up better in their daily lives or just giving back to underserved communities, or making people laugh with ads that don't take themselves too seriously, they lead with purpose. I'm telling you right now, I swear to God, I put on this True Classic shirt and I was like, I gotta stop working out, man. Like, this is aggressive. Like, people aren't gonna find me funny. They're gonna be like, look at how jacked this guy is. And I took the shirt off. I got on stage, took the shirt off, and everyone was like, no, you're still fat. You can grab them at Target, Costco, or head to trueclassic.com/Bertcast and get hooked up today. Thank you, True Classic, for sponsoring this podcast.
But you may not say the right thing, but that heart that's at the base of that story, the core, that's why we love you.
I think
right there.
I've always had a good heart, but I just, you know what happened for me, and this sounds silly, but like, I was doing the road so long that it wasn't until I started doing podcasts that I found my voice. And once I found my voice, then that changed the corner. And then in a weird way, I never wanted to do crowd work because I just wanted to develop my voice.
Right.
Like, I just wanted to be a straight up storyteller. And I would get obsessed with story. And last night is a perfect example. We were at the Comedy Store, and I did a show at the main room, and it went fine. You know, not great, but fine. I have a really good story I'm working on that did pretty well, but it doesn't have an ending. I need to figure the ending, but at least I identified that it doesn't have an ending.
You said that too?
What's that?
No, you told them, like, I'm about to tell you the story, but I don't have an ending yet.
Yeah, well, I just told them the story, and I go, that's where it ends. It does have an ending, kind of. But I have two different endings, and I don't know which one I like, you know?
You want me to help you pick?
Yeah. Yeah, but I can't tell it now because I don't want the audience to hear the story. I'm weird about, like, I also don't do material on podcasts.
Give me your phone number, and when you're in a hole, you call me, and we'll talk about it.
Oh, shit, it's white cancer.
It's white cancer. We need to talk about your ending.
No, yeah. But then a buddy who came over and was like, yo, we're doing shows in the belly room. You want to do a spot? And I was like, no. And he was like, okay. And he was like, it's a storytelling show. And I went, oh, I'm in.
Yes.
So I love doing stories. I love a good story. I love what you do, though. You remind me a lot of...
I got a toolbox full of shit. I'll tell you a story about how we met.
Please.
Tell you right now, though. Take this University of Washington jersey for a second. You're going to need it to know how this story worked. So, for years...
This is, by the way, the best beginning to a story that I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, no, that's not a gift. I just want you to use it.
No. Okay.
So, that just says Jackson on the back. Okay. I should have brought one for you.
Okay.
I'm seriously going to give you a shiny, the rhinestone hoodie and the rhinestone t-shirt because it's hot down here.
Yeah.
So, I'll blend two stories, but I got to make sure I don't fuck it up because I'm a crowd work guy, I guess.
You're not a crowd work guy.
I know. Yeah. But the first story, I used to talk about it on stage, but I met Dave Chappelle and I was really trying to get into JFL. And on this particular night, it was Mo Better Mondays at the Improv, Black Night, for those that don't know. And in the lab was callbacks for JFL. So I had a spot on main show in the main room on the Urban Show. Uh-huh. I could not get an audition for JFL. But when I found out that they were 4 steps away through the door, I went over there. And I was like, listen, I'm not on your radar, but I'm about to do a set over here. If you would please, in between a break or a gap, how many of you guys are over here? Like, well, there's 2 of us. Let's just send one. Maybe you'll see something. Maybe you won't. Yeah. But I'm right through this door trying to get on. I got 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm next. I leave out of there. I come back from that room and I go up to D-Ray Davis. Shout out to D-Ray. And D-Ray is like, yeah, man, your spot ain't happening no more. I'm like, what do you mean? JFL is next door. They said that somebody actually is going to come look at me. He's like, Chappelle just walked in. You're bumped. I'm like, fuck. Where is he? He's like, why? I said, I got to try and get unbumped. I'm thinking my whole career depends on this spot. I know Dave was like, I'm just going to work out some shit, man, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I actually found him, went back to the back booth. He's laid in the cut, that back deep booth. Yeah. He's like laying down, got his feet crossed. He's chilling. And I'm like, hey, man, before you do what you do, could I please just do this 8 minutes? JFL's next door, and they said they're going to come through. He was like, the ball's on the right? That's what he said. The ball's on the He goes, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Or your career's over, right? That's what he said. I'm like, fine. I go on stage, 7 minutes, 59 seconds, out of nowhere. I'm like, thank you, good night. I come off. I go back to the other side, and I'm like, did you see any of that I just did? Right?
Yeah.
JFL's like, good job. I said, oh, okay. So then I call my people, like, yo, blah, blah, this happened, blah, 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 blah. They call. They're like, yeah, nah. there's nothing going to come from that. Like everything's already picked. I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm not going to get no new faces out of that little thing right there. Just trying to get an invite. So fast forward, a couple other things shake loose. I actually do get to go to JFL, but my capacity is like Kevin Hart stages that he did a thing.
Yeah.
Kill that. They go, hey, you can come back and you'll do Dirty Show. I'm at this. This is when we meet. You and I.
Okay.
We're all drinking. We're standing in the streets of Montreal out in this open plaza. That crazy white dude that gets naked while he plays, he's like, who's gonna suck a dick? Who's gonna suck a dick? What's his name?
Wait, hold
Mark
on.
something.
Hold on. Mark Riblier.
That's him.
Yeah.
And he's murdering up there.
Yeah.
Right? He's like crushing. So I'm looking, you come through, and I'm like, Bert, I'm about to go meet Bert. Right? So I lost track of where you were. I was like, let me just get close to the stage. Up front, as a Mark, these people are fanatics.
God, that's so crazy.
They're almost like fucking like raving. I'm like dodging elbows and shit. I got all the way up to the front. And right when I was like, hey, yo, Bert, right? Throw that shirt at me. No. This is how you hit me with it. Your shirts. Then you took a big ass beer, cracked it open. You're like, fucking Montreal. I was like, you know what? Fuck this fucking place. And I went back to the crowd, and then we fucking left out of the crowd of Montreal. That's how we met.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I've smelled that before.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
I like your. Is the word gumption? I wish I had more of that.
Yeah. I mean, what is that?
It's like you going up to Chappelle, you going to Montreal and saying, "Watch my set."
No, I don't suggest that. I don't suggest it. I think I may not ever have gotten it if they heard that, like, this motherfucker came over here and told us come watch him.
I think
or Dave would, if Dave would connect the dots on that and be like, well, who this motherfucker think? So by the grace of God, it's panning out. But I felt like I had no choice. Like I was like, dog, I cannot get a fair shake at JFL.
I couldn't get it. But
They're
that's
11 steps away. Just peek through the crack of the goddamn lab, maybe. Or just give me a no. When is that bad? Where you're like, just say no to me.
Or just say no. It's not going to happen. Right then. Just say no.
Just say no.
Yeah. I did JFL like bullshit stuff. I never did anything of note there.
Okay.
Never did New Faces. Never did a show.
Me neither.
Never did anything. Oh, I take that back. That's a lie. I'm sorry.
You had a gala?
No, I won Comedian of the Year there. So like
That's what you forgot?
Yeah.
How long? Okay.
Yeah. So they're pretty cool.
So that's the thing about JFL. Like, God bless them, but like usually by the time they give you what I think you're worth, we already almost all comics are like, what the fuck,
dude?
2-3 years ago, this would have been perfect.
So
the reason I was there, I actually misspoke. It wasn't the Kevin Hart thing. It was the Facebook Meta in the Round show, Surrounded. They just wanted me to do crowd work. It was a crowd work show in the round.
I think the fact that it's funny you said I'm just a crowd work comic as like a joke, but a slight to yourself, because Rife said that on his special. Mm-hmm. What do I know? I'm just a crowd work comic. Well, I don't understand the slight. I don't.
Dog, we get a chip on our shoulder because of the voices of the comics that are like, that's a lesser form of the art form. And I'm like, how, when I'm literally writing it on the spot, and I wish you would try.
It's not a lesser form of the art form. It's a different form of the art form. That's like.
Talk your shit, Bert.
I'm just saying, it's like, things can evolve and change. Listen, when I was young, you did not talk about politics on stage. Now
you can sell out an arena talking about shit that you're not supposed to talk about.
You can sell out an arena, call him. I'm not. You can't even say the joke because everyone goes, "That's my joke. That's my joke." But like we never talked about politics.
Do you want to say I'll say the N-word for you.
Yeah.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah.
You can sell out an arena.
You can sell out an arena.
Is that where you would have put it?
God, man, if I could just get like a little
button,
like is that racist? If I just get it on my phone,
is that racist?
Go, is
cancer? Yes, that's a racist.
Oh, that would have been a good fucking.
Would it?
There's a good test you can do to white people.
You know
where
what?
You go into their text messages. Go to their text messages and type in the N-word.
And see how many times they've used it before.
See how many times it's come up. I'm doing it to me right now.
Yeah, just put N-I-G-G because I don't know how you end it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's on fire. Yeah? Yeah? Look at your face. It can't be good.
Wait, this is crazy. Hold on. Wait, this is wild. Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Hey, on the upcoming cruise, make sure there's no.
No. It's I'll tell you, you got to edit it out. It's a screen grab from one of my friends, and it's a comedian saying it, tweeting it.
Really?
And you're like, whoa.
Well, they got that thing where you can go in and put the words you shouldn't be saying. It'll scrub it from your whole Twitter.
For real?
Ever. It'll go through if you ever said it. Because back in the day, certain stuff wasn't as, so you may have been talking one day and it's a little crazy. Yeah, you can pick keywords and it'll go find every tweet, like delete all.
I haven't used, I guess it's called X now.
Yeah, I'm not on there. I didn't go over I never was really a tweeter.
No. I'm a more, Instagram was it made sense to me.
I didn't like that, there's a limit on characters. If I'm going to say something, I'm not going to be rewriting it until that it fits.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you. I looked at podcasts as my extension of social media.
Yes.
I think a podcast is my social media. I just happen to get paid for them by ad spots. But I built a podcast studio in Tacoma, Washington, right down the street from my comedy club. And I'm like, where are the sponsors? Shit. It's tough. It's tough. It's an interesting business model because there should be, what I think is there should be more local ad sales. There should be.
We're not doing that thing no more?
What?
My bad. Yeah, I want to call everyone that's in my area to be like, come on, man, give me $50. And I'll sit here and do my ad reads, No,
but your ad reads should be like your local car dealer.
Yeah.
Your local car wash, your local, the shit in your neighborhood. And I think podcasts should be more local. I think you should be, if I could start over, I had a buddy one time, real smart guy, goes, the problem with you is you have too many dreams. He goes, you got to meet a guy with one dream. The guys with one dream are deadly. Because they have one dream, one good idea, and they fucking execute it.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, I got 27 irons in the fire right now.
You are a man of many hats.
Yeah.
I would never be able to own a comedy club.
Why not?
I would lose. First of all, I wouldn't let anyone else on stage.
You just get Bert night.
Every night would be Bert night.
But you can't do the weekend. You got to go.
No, never go.
You get off the road. No, you just book the homies for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you do the other days.
How much time do you get up on stage?
How often?
Yeah. Every night?
As often as I can.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll do spots.
How did you get into owning a comedy club?
I had a night. I had a Thursday night that had 380 to 420 people for years.
Yeah. It
was completely urban, but it was rocking. Live band. All the music was from the band. All the different headlines. We had everywhere. We had Little Rail, Tiffany Haddish, Leslie Jones, you name it. And so when the opportunity presented itself to possibly own a brick and mortar and get to some of the liquor money that was going by me, I was like, I got to do this.
Yeah.
Just like that. And so I have a 270-seat state-of-the-art club. It's an A club, man.
Great.
LEDs, literally LED walls all over my club.
A great number.
It's a sweet, yeah.
It's a great number.
Yeah. And I had another one for 5 years, and then we needed to move from that one to this one. And I thought that I was just going to be done when I closed the other one. And then the mayor called me and was like, we have a space that we want you to entertain and take a look at. And I went over and looked, and I was like, you know what? I'm back in the game. You know what I mean?
Dang.
There was maybe 48 hours. I was like, it's over for the comedy club. And then boom, back, breaking ground, painting walls, new comedy club.
And so, is it just urban or is it everyone?
No, it's everything.
Everyone?
Everything. Downtown Tacoma, we literally are competing with the other comedy club in town.
I've done Tacoma, haven't I?
Most likely.
Is it the Tacoma Comedy Club?
Yeah. And they have several. So it's tough for my one little club to compete with the people that got 7 or 8.
They got Spokane, they got Tulsa.
OKC, they got, They have a bunch. And, shout out to them, but that's not my business. So I try to figure out how to leverage my one little club when the agents would love to just make one call and book 7 or 8 weekends. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that sucks. That was the big problem when the Improv came over and took over.
Right.
Is that we all did this one club in Houston called the Laugh Stop.
Yep.
And, wow, that's so crazy. I fucking barely remember the name of it. And that was my home club. That was the one club that would pay me. They would pay me $3,000. That's a lot of
fucking
money. For do stand-up.
Yeah,
Headline for the weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Headline for the weekend, $3,000.
What year was this?
This was
just so I understand
2004.
Okay, that's real money.
It's crazy money. 2004.
That's $10,000 today.
It really is.
Deadass.
It really is. And And then the Improv came through, and they're like, "We want your Houston date. We want you to do our club of Houston." And I was like,
they made a thing of it.
And they're like, "We can give you 25 dates throughout the year, but we want Houston." And they wanted a couple other like areas, like I forget, like maybe Tampa or some shit.
That's the Improv.
But
that's who had the 25 date offer.
Yeah, Improv. But they also work with the Funny Bones.
Right.
So
and now Levity Live and Comedy Zones. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And so I fucking bailed on the Laugh Stop. Yeah. I bailed, went over to the Houston club, and it fucking was a big mistake.
There's guys who I'm literally friends with, but because that's how their business is set up, they're like, I gotta go over. They'll come to my club and eat before, they'll hang out after, and I'm like, that's not it though.
Yeah.
Like we could have done this. You know
who's there this weekend?
This weekend is the Perritos. There's 3 Latino guys that are crushing shit.
Really?
Yeah, so they're coming.
That's the crazy shit.
But we had Earthquake last month. We just had Little Rail last month. We've had Gary Owen does first Mondays every month.
Really?
Yeah, because we do a podcast called Gary and Nate Podcast, and so he'll come up and then do the night, and that kind of offsets expenses of flying and all that kind of stuff, and then we do the pod, and then we batch them so that then they go out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean,
hey, Sandra, you grab me another. Sandra's, by the way, your biggest fan.
Yeah, they come. Who is
Sandra?
Sandra.
Do you remember meeting Sandra?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, at the Groundlings podcast.
Yeah.
And those come in twos. So the I think this one's out of there. Yeah. I'll do it. But did you pour all yours out?
No, I killed the rest of it. Mm-hmm. Sandra is
thank you.
What's Sandra? How did you learn Vietnamese?
Gambling.
Really?
Are you Viet?
Yeah.
Umami.
Umami.
No, not umami.
Umami.
You gotta do a D, but it goes in. Doom, 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 my.
Doom,
may.
Doom, my. My. Doom, my.
That's different.
What is
my and do my may are two different things.
What did I just say?
You got to ask her. What's do my?
Do my is like fuck, and then do my is like fuck you.
Oh, wow. So we're all just going, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
There's a Vietnamese person listening to this going, the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, that's all
Go
they
back
know.
to the N-word.
Where's the button?
Do you have an N-word in Vietnamese?
Bow bow.
I know you do. You guys do not like black people.
No, they don't. Bow bow. That's what they call me.
I've never heard that.
What's that mean? Bow bow.
Like biscuit or some shit.
Biscuit?
Yeah.
Bow. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
It's just like a biscuit. Not like a.
Like a burnt biscuit.
God damn it.
like a really burnt biscuit. Hey, burnt biscuit. You're like, what's up? Get creative with your racism.
Hey, right.
Like what you get at dim sum, like the bow buns.
Yeah.
Oh,
a little bow
bun.
But they call me Bow Bow. If I'm winning, it's Bow Bow.
When you pick up your mom and she had a black female customer who didn't tip, what does she say? Altandra?
No. My.
Burnt biscuit. What's the slur?
I don't think there's a slur for black people.
Oh, that for sure is. But
by the way, I think.
If you win
what do you guys call Thai people? Or Hmong?
What do you call white people?
Oh, that came
right
quick.
away.
That came real fucking quick. We fucking teamed up with you.
Fuck yeah.
Every time.
And that's why I fuck with the Vietnamese. The mom, motherfucker.
Fucking Jesus, Sandra.
They call you midgets.
She
said
middle,
midget.
She goes, oh, you mean the devil? Oh yeah, I know the devil's name.
What you said? Midget?
Midget?
What's that?
White American.
That's just white American. Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Is it?
Literal translation is like me is like American and Jang is white.
So it's a literal white American, but it's not a fun way to say it.
Yeah.
And that's what we say.
It's like when we go, he's Canadian. And you're like, he's a hockey lover. He's a, you know what I mean?
Nah, it's midget.
Midget.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. Came out so quick.
Fast. She struggled with all that other shit.
Wait, is it white people that created all the racial slurs? What do you have? What are some black racial slurs for other races? Do you guys have them?
What? Absolutely. We got all kind of names for the people that have been fucking with us.
Wait, I'll take another one of these. These come in twos.
Yeah, they do.
But it's But it's
And
like,
what's after this? Because this shit, by the third beer, I'm like, let's talk about these motherfucking police. So,
oh, God bless them. They're fucking servants. I don't know what we'd do without them. What's your opinion?
There's good ones.
This show is sponsored by Benebone. Benebones are my dog's favorite. And trust me, I have 2 bull mastiffs. These things are durable, long-lasting dog chew toys that are made to stand up to super chewers. Mac is 160 pounds, Izzy's 150, and these things last. They're made in the USA with real flavors like bacon, peanut butter, jack salmon, duck, and more. And they come in a variety of shapes. Now, the favorite one that Mac has, it looks like a fish, but they've got a wishbone, they've got a stick, they've got a ring, a dental one, puppy-friendly options, they've got it all. With over 100,000 5-star reviews on Amazon, those are well-earned. Trust me when I say, if your dog loves chew toys, they're going to love Benebone. And if you bought these individually, right now you'd be spending up to $70. But right now, you can get 50% off. These are easy to pick up and chew. The products are curved for paw-friendly grips. I'm telling you, my dogs love them. They are all over our house. I watch them go from one Benebone to another, and they last for weeks, and they've got all sizes for all types of dogs, tiny and giant ones like myself. Like I said, our dogs are lunatics for Benebone. If your dog loves chew toys, try Benebone. And right now you can get 50% off at benebone.com/Bertcast. That's 50% off right now at benebone.com/Bertcast. This is an ad by BetterHelp. Workplace stress is now one of the top causes of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce experiencing higher than normal levels of stress. To battle stress, most of us can't just wave goodbye to work, but we can start small with a focus on wellness. I know that I've talked to my therapist about this because work does stress me out. I work nonstop, and my therapist said, go for a walk. I take walks around our neighborhood all the time. I sit in the sun outside, and look, taking a holiday is great, but it isn't a long-term solution to stress. Don't forget that therapy can help you navigate whatever challenges the workday or any day, what it might bring. I talked to my therapist about this, and I love my office. I love coming into my office. I love being creative. But sometimes the stresses of work, and I know it doesn't seem like everyone's job, but work is work, you know. It overwhelms me, and I get bogged down. Everything that I have to do, everything that lands on my plate. I feel like I have the biggest plate, and it all lands on my plate. My therapist said, go for a walk. Be creative. Write jokes. And that's what you love doing, and I do it. And I'll tell you right now, with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works with an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews, and it's convenient. That's the only reason I'm suggesting to do this. Listen, I wouldn't do therapy if it wasn't online. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, you can switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Bert. That's betterhelp.com/Bert. I watch a lot of those videos online of of the bad cops.
Yeah.
I get just as irate as everyone else.
Do you?
Fuck yes. Injustice is injustice.
Yes, it is. But you look at that injustice and go, they are doing them wrong.
No. Most of the cop interactions that make me crazy are white dudes who won't give an ID. And it's just like they're looking for the negativity. You're like, in my head, I go, like, it's just some white dude with a ponytail and glasses on. He was like, hey, can I get some ID? And the guy goes, no, you don't have the right to do that. Which I don't think they do have the right to do that.
They don't.
I actually don't think they have the right to do that.
Not without probable cause.
Yeah, right. But in my head, I'm like, just fucking give it to him and get it over with. Like, that's the way my brain works. I go, don't you just want to go to dinner tonight? Don't you want to just get home?
Bert, I did it and did a night in jail.
No, I'm not talking about white guys. I'm not talking about black guys.
Well,
I'm not talking about black guys. I'm talking about what I was saying.
I thought I had the record of a white guy, and I was like, you ain't gonna find shit. And I gave my ID to the guy, and he was like, you have an unpaid driving ticket for being on a cell phone. I said, from what? And then I remembered. And then I looked at the cop and was like, you're the motherfucker that gave me that ticket. He called it in. Who was the
he
officer that
didn't.
gave the citation for the cell phone?
No.
I said, I'll tell you exactly what happened. This is me telling him, I'll tell you exactly what happened. The only reason so I was standing in the parking lot of the Safeway across the street from my parents' house in Lacey, Washington, playing Candy Crush and smoking a cigarette, and my mom didn't like me smoking cigarettes. So I just wanted to have a cigarette before I went back to the house.
Yeah.
Okay? The cop, I see him go down the street, make a right, and I'm like, this motherfucker's about to come around this fucking building. And sure enough, headlights pop out. He pulls up, hey, what you doing out here? Like having a cigarette across from my parents' house in a parking lot?
Yeah.
You got identification? I'm like, to be standing across the street from my parents' house having a cigarette, you need to ID me? He's just like, I need it. I'm like, you ain't gonna find shit. Only thing I ever been pulled over for was a cell phone ticket a long time ago. And he was like, yeah, okay, let's just take a look. He looks, and I had paid it. But there was a processing fee or something for like $3.99 on it. So I paid the full ticket and I didn't see that. So they turned that whole thing into a warrant because I left like less than $6 on it.
So that's why people don't give IDs?
Fuck yes. So the guy runs my shit. Then he calls in and he's like, which officer issued the original ticket for the thing? They're like, Officer Davey. That's him. He's like, damn. He's like,
you
well,
just
shit.
changed my mind on why not to give
He's
IDs.
like, now that I see this, like, I apologize. Would you like to drop your belongings off at your parents? So he put me in the car. We went across the street, gave my dad the keys to the car. He drove my car back across the way. And then it was like, follow us to the jail so I don't have to stay the night.
So, okay. I would like to reverse my first opinion about why people don't give their ID to a cop. Because I always was like, yeah, just get it through. But if I, now knowing that I may have ran a red light where a camera took my picture.
Yeah, it's out there. You don't know.
And you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So then all of a sudden they're just rolling the dice on you spending the night in fucking jail?
He came up to me because it's like a gamble. You're like, let's just see. Let's just see. Let me just see your ID. Let's just see what's on there.
Oh,
That's how our back and forth was. I'm like, you ain't gonna find shit. Can I play Candy Crush? Goddamn. You know what I'm saying?
You can't you should not be allowed to walk up to someone just smoking a cigarette and go.
You can't. That is illegal.
That is illegal. Kyle, you're pro cops. Like, you really support. He has it tatted on his back. And you dislike black people.
What's tatted on his back?
What?
What is on your back? What is on his back?
Nothing.
Police?
No, he's ex-military.
He likes to make up characters for me that just aren't very true.
Outstanding.
But that's kind of fucked up. So that's why people don't give their ID, because they're like, I'm not giving my ID because I don't know I haven't fact checked myself. So like, I don't want to go to prison because I may have some shit
to start an investigation on me.
I agree.
And cops are just walking up, searching cars, digging in bags. No probable cause. Why? Because I'm standing here.
I watched a cop pull over a cop.
And
then he said, can I see some ID? And he said, no, you do not have a right to see my ID. And I was like, wait, you just said that? I was like, you motherfucker.
I like the videos where they pull over like a district attorney and they're like, oh, let's go.
I like the fake ones where did you see the one where they pulled over the judge?
That was fake?
You don't bring your robe home.
You don't?
No, you leave it at court. No one fucking walks out of the court in their robe.
I want to get dry clean, man.
You don't. I grew up going to court with my dad. You put on the robe and you sit down and then you put it back in your chambers.
Yes.
It's like, it never gets dirty. You know?
Right. But he might want to go home and role play that day.
It was a black woman and she's in her robe. She gets out and it is hysterical.
Okay.
That's like if they pull him get out of the car and then you see cleats and a bat and a glove and you're like, oh, I didn't recognize you were Derek Jeter. You're like, no, you don't wear your uniform home.
Shadur Sanders just got pulled over and they didn't recognize him.
They didn't recognize him.
Well, they saw Mississippi plates, a nice truck.
I bet if he was wearing a Colorado helmet and Colorado pads, they would have been like, are you Shadur Sanders?
I think for sure.
He got pulled over and the one cop goes, you don't know who that is, right?
Yeah. And then he goes, why you have Mississippi? He's like, I went to college out there. And he's like, Sanders. Then the cop was like, oh, shit, okay.
Did he get a ticket?
Yeah, he got a speeding ticket.
He was going 91.
In a 65.
Oh, I thought it was in a 35. I was like,
no.
That's like a felony almost. Something.
Yeah, that's like ridiculous.
It's crazy.
But at the end of the day, like, he had a good interaction. Like, they just he had his information, pass it over and all that. They didn't be like, get out the car. We need to search your stuff or let us run your, you know what I mean? And they did run it and he just came back clean. But How do you know? You don't know. Like, I literally had a cell phone ticket. I remember the ticket.
Yeah.
Dog, it was a sting. There's a roundabout. And do you remember those Momos? Do you remember Momos?
Momo's a different thing for me.
Okay. Well, a Momo was like a phone attachment. You plugged it into your iPhone, and it was like a house phone handle. What's a Momo to you?
It's Joey Diaz. That's what he called gay people.
Damn.
Momos. These fucking momos out here sucking dick.
That's a great Joey Diaz.
Goddamn momos in the fucking park. The fuck you think he's going to do, Bert Kreischer? You're going to suck your dick and take your money. Don't talk to momos.
He doesn't call you Bert.
No, Bert Kreischer.
Same breath.
He is one of my favorite human beings alive.
I love me some Joey, too.
So wait, so what was the sting?
So I'm driving towards the roundabout, and in the middle of the roundabout is like a powder blue Harley, and there's like a full-on biker, like bandana to the back, sunglasses, and he's in the middle of the intersection. And I went the roundabout, and I remember going around the roundabout and looking like, why the fuck are you in the middle of a roundabout? Like, I was on the phone like, it's a motherfucker in the middle of the roundabout on a house phone attached to my phone. Like, I'm definitely breaking the law. I had a big-ass phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this motherfucker in the middle of the thing. I said, why would... And I came around that, and there was 4 cars pulling over people. And he's on the cell phone being like, blue Cressida, gray Camry.
He's calling them in.
Yeah.
Fucking
So as soon as I get around, bop, they get behind me, I pull over. Officer Davey comes up. I remember he said, quote, I should give you a big-ass ticket for being on that big-ass phone. And I told him that night outside the Safeway. You said you should give me a big-ass ticket for being on that big-ass phone. He was like, man. So I said, you're wrong, man. Like, and he's a black cop. I said, fam, you shouldn't be profiling us. God damn. I tell you who I am. You should know who lives in the community. You should be connected enough to this area to be like, okay, he ain't up to no bad. You know what I'm saying? You know who's no good and who's up to some shit. I'm just having a cigarette in a parking lot. Where in the world is that illegal behavior that you need to come up and be fucking with me? You weren't looking for somebody. I didn't fit the profile anyone you're looking for. And I had to literally go spend the night in jail. And the reason I spent the night and not 10 minutes is because my dad decided to barter with every goddamn bail bondsman in town to save $30. Now, that's a whole nother conversation, but fucking the whole night. Whole night.
Oh, my God.
Then he comes up there, and I hear him talking to the goddamn person that fingerprinted me. How embarrassing is this? The person fingerprinting me was my classmate, Tiffany Bergman. She's like, hey, I love your stuff.
I just saw you online.
Yeah. Right thumb. How's your mom? That's amazing. Index. I'm like, fuck.
I heard you have a comedy club here now.
Right. Well, let's just hurry up because I mean,
you're not still smoking cigarettes, are you?
Yeah, I was. That's how I got caught. Left hand, left thumb. So my dad. So I'm like, my dad's on the way. I don't even need to put on those little shoes and the outfit. He'll be here in a minute. Like she's like, just because I know you, just sit here for a minute. Hour goes by. She's like, we kind of got to finish this full process if your person's not going to be here. I'm in there in the cell with everybody in the little county holding thing. There's a guy with a severe sleep apnea. He's going through it. I'm like, I don't know if he's going to make it. There's another guy that's just rocking back and forth. By the way, we're all in the dark. There's just the moonlight coming through the window from the reservation, by the way. That's where I was at.
Really?
And through the grates of the door, I hear my dad come in. Hey! How you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. You good? How's your health? What supplements are you taking? Do you know about USANA? He goes into his whole spiel. He's the jump rope king, man. He's going to talk about health and wellness.
What do you mean he's a jump rope king?
My dad's the jump rope king, man. At 70 years old, he broke the fast speed roping record on the Steve Harvey show.
Are you serious?
Dead ass. You can pull it up. He's incredible.
Pull it up.
We can watch it? Yeah, you're about to watch my dad. For sure. What percentage? Put in Nat Jackson, jump rope king, Steve Harvey. This is him on the show.
I wouldn't trust myself on that.
Okay, that's it. Jumping rope's tough.
Man, it takes you a whole bunch.
Dude,
it burns the most calories out of all cardio.
You know Shane Torres?
No.
Shane Torres is a great comic.
Where?
Out of New York, but he's from, I met him in Portland.
Okay.
And he jumps rope every day. He jumps rope like crazy.
He's in great shape?
No. I mean, no, and by the way, I apologize, Shane, already. Because your first joke in your special,
yeah,
I witnessed something like that happen to him.
Okay.
And and it really pissed him off because he was like, yo, why is everyone else got like, hey, what's up, man? And then I get a big guy, and he's like, and I was like, oh, don't worry about it. And he's like, no, he didn't do it to you, he did it to me. And I was like, wow. And then you did that joke, and I was like, God damn, man, you're right around everywhere where I'm like,
it's just life. Yeah, it's just life. So that's Pops. That's where the gumption comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Did he ever have a problem with you being overweight?
He talks about it all the time. I just lost 38 pounds since May by eating fruit and vegetables, nothing cooked. And so I've lost 38 pounds.
Nothing cooked?
No, it's all raw.
Really?
I'm melting. No, I didn't have to work out. Disappearing. This beer is the worst shit I've had since May 1st.
Really?
Yeah, I'm disappearing. If I just posted a video of...
By the way, in the special, you look great. You don't look overweight in the special.
That's a 4X hoodie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and now that hoodie is baggy on me. I'm down to 3X now. Like I just posted a picture. I did Access with Mario Lopez, and I posted my first picture, like really since weight loss. Half the comments are like, he on drugs, Ozempic.
But who cares?
He on the glass pipe. I'm like, no. Raw fruit and veggies, nothing cooked, and you will disappear.
Raw fruit and veggies. So, like, what's a day look like?
Just eat around the outside of the grocery store, man. Eat you a pepper, a carrot, apple, mushrooms.
Outside of the grocery store, I like that.
And then that's it. You want more? Go get more. A cantaloupe is 100 calories. Eat 10 of them.
Really?
Yeah. Eat your
So, like, what have you had today to eat? Because I'll tell you, I'm all about protein. That's all I eat is protein.
Yeah.
So today I had a steak.
Yeah.
And right before you came, I had a cheeseburger with no bun, just cheese and meat.
Mix it up, do what I'm saying for a little bit, because what you're going to do is put a lot of stuff around your heart and make it hard for it to pump.
I'm on a lot of...
if you scroll down them comments on the right, just click comment, you'll see people saying, yeah, keep going. You'll start to see it.
Emojis.
Yeah, and then it'll be...
Look at this.
It'll be a ton of... look at that. Looking like
great.
A size medium, but living extra large.
These are all great comments.
Yeah, look at that.
Looking good,
look at that. Nate's getting slim. Go up just a little bit. Low key getting slim right there. You'll see. It's gonna be a bunch. Slim.
Yeah, you look great.
Down 38, man.
Are you like me and you've been looking for a natural way to relieve aches and discomfort? Man, I am telling you, I swear to God, I turned 52 and all of a sudden sleeping hurts me. I do not know what happened. The CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are formulated to work with your body and not against it. I feel like my body naturally works against it. I sleep on my arm like this and I wake up and my elbow hurts. Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether stress, discomfort, or just a little needed relaxation. They use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and most potent CBD, formulated to help relieve discomfort, stress, and sleeplessness, all things I deal with. All products are third-party lab tested and USDA organic to ensure safety and purity, and they work. This is the balm. I've been holding up the balm the entire time. Where's my pills? Where's my pills? Where's my pills? Maggie, get me my pills. That's my dad. These things are awesome. Right now, Bertcast listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/Bert and use code Bert at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/Bert and use code Bert.
And there's no earthly way I would have took this shirt off if I hadn't lost the 38 pounds. I don't care what people are looking at right now. This is almost my after picture.
You look jacked. Your shoulders are big. You got big shoulders. You got big arms too.
So I was JYD on The Young Rock on NBC. And when we went to Australia, the whole cast had to get big arms but keep our bellies big. So we would watch movies and then we'd just all be like,
you got big fucking arms. And big. I'm looking at
they're little now because I had them up to 22 inches for that role.
Oh, yeah?
But every time a commercial break came out, you would have to just pump as much as you can. And so by the time we got out of quarantine and all of that, we were all yoked up in the arms.
What's up with the new movie with the new Aziz movie? I've seen it.
You saw it already?
No. I've seen trailers for it, and this cast looks wild.
Yeah, so it's Aziz Ansari's movie with Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Keke Palmer, Helen Hong, and
Good Fortune.
And Seth Rogen. Yeah, Good Fortune.
Comes out in October. What is it? What is the premise?
It's written and directed by Aziz Ansari and is a feature directed in his debut. So I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Then don't say anything.
Yeah, I don't want to
say
get in
anything.
trouble. Let me just see. Okay, no, there is in there. So if you look on Wikipedia, you can see. But it's basically a struggling man that money doesn't solve his problems. And by body swapping him with a wealthy employer who's Rogan, it results in an angel losing his wings. So, and there you go. There's your catalyst for the rest of this film. And so I just play like a Denny's employee, but I give him hell.
I love how you say, like, you were like, yeah, man, we're in Seattle. People won't fuck with us. And you're in like bigger things than anyone I know that lives in LA. You got this, you got that, you got the paper.
Yeah, the Office spinoff.
The Office spinoff. You're doing wildly huge industry moves from fucking the northeast, northwest.
I mean, we could self-tape from anywhere. Right. And then once I was on The Young Rock, it was like, okay, he's a network actor. I got some sort of chops. I mean, I'm literally trained through Leslie Kahn and all that. And so I can act. And so I'm like, all right, well, if it fits or it makes sense, put my name in the running for it. Let's see. I can't wait to see what's possible after the 8th.
You're going on tour right now, right?
Yeah, so the current tour is a Super Funny World Tour, and then the next one that starts in September is called Big Dog.
The Big Dog Tour. That's what I was thinking about.
It's a triple entendre. Obviously, you saw where the Big Dog came from. And then I have a new Chocolate Cocker Spaniel. And then it's also like, okay, well, we're kind of checking out Big Dog status as a comic. So when you talk about the needle moving and wanting to add and do, like we did, I did 14 shows in Ontario? 14 shows in Ontario, 12. So I broke the sales record in Chicago with 17 shows at all of both of the Riddles.
Oh wow!
Not Riddles, excuse me. The Zanies. Then so I'm doing that. So I want to see the needle move, but I don't know what I don't know what the benchmark is to be like, all right, boom, we did a thing. Like I have 2 shows with Masonic on this Saturday, and that's like a 3,600 4,300 seater.
I don't know. Where's that, in LA?
San Francisco. I have the Wilton this Friday 2 shows.
Yeah,
Friday.
The needle's moving, just so you're clear.
No, I get that, but this is all. I think this is the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
If that's what we're doing, then what happens? I mean, look at all them damn improv shows in Chicago. And they just added another one before I walked in here, just a text. Like, do you like this walk out for another show? So I'm happy with where we're at, but if this, like on July 9th, what happens? I don't know. I hope it moves the needle in the sense of like sell more tickets or whatever. You know what I mean? I hope it gets that balcony out of there as fast as the front has been out of there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But it's been exciting. I mean, we've been sold out for 3 years straight. No matter what, whether it was small and then we went bigger, then
You're doing a lot of theaters. Scroll back up.
Yeah,
why are you not doing a theater in Chicago?
These are all because I can. So once a month, I was doing once a month. I'll do a comedy club so that I get all the content up online.
Oh, okay, that's smart. I was looking at this, going like, you're moving, like,
so
you're moving legit numbers. Like, there's not, when we talk about the disparity between comics, you're in that top shelf. There, you're a 1% comic already, and without the special out, you're a 1% comic. And then I'm going like, Comedy Works. I know I like doing the Comedy Works, but why are you doing the Comedy Works? And then I'm going, okay, because you're.
No, so this is a very specific one. I'm doing Comedy Works South because one of my openers is from Colorado Springs. Mm-hmm. And every time he tried to do it, the other comics wouldn't let him on shows. They wouldn't let him get spot. He was like, it's such a hard club to break into. When we do Colorado, are you open to doing Comedy Works so I can finally do it in a position where it's like, told you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like,
but you're putting out content at these club shows.
Yeah, we're going to film all of it. We film everywhere. But that's why Comedy Works specifically, rather than like it could have been the Improv or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Improv.
But either way, I for my opener, I was like, all right, bet. You got a chip on your shoulder that will be satisfied after we do that? Let's go Comedy Works South.
Yeah.
So we're going. I haven't been yet, but we're going.
It's Comedy Works is
it's nice.
It's the best clubs. And
so yes, I just got with. I mean, I've been with.
Keep scrolling.
We did Icon first, then
Mesquite,
Outback, then now Live Nation, and so this is a bunch of Live Nation stuff. Mesquite and Corpus Christi is basically a makeup gig, but I like that guy, the guy that owns it. When I first did it 2 years ago, he gave me the plug on LED walls. He had a beautiful LED wall, and he gave me like the maker in like Guangzhou, China, and I was like, holy shit, what would it cost me? $75,000. He gave me the plug for $14,000. So my club literally is like there's screens
That's
everywhere.
fucking great.
So that's a guy, you know, and that's how I am. I'm big on relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then Emerald Queen is in my hometown. That's sold out. They refuse to add a show because they don't have parking, and I don't want to inconvenience the rest of the casino goers. So we're gonna do after party at my comedy club, and then we'll head out to Chicago, to Schaumburg, to, you know, do all of that.
It's a great club. That's one of my.
You like that one? No, I haven't been there.
Oh, for real?
Mm-mm. I did Chicago with D-Ray for his New Year's Eve show last year at I think it was Chicago Theater.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. And then they're like, you know, Schaumburg is Chicago, but it's not.
It's not.
And I have to see what. But
it's great.
It's like an hour north or something.
I think it's one of the biggest malls in the world.
It's in a mall?
Yeah, it's in a mall. There's a Rainforest Cafe there. You have no idea. Like when I say like I've been on the road for my whole life, like I have spent so much time at that specific improv.
Yeah.
That that one of my favorite places in the world, and the staff, the people there, that club changed the way I toured.
What do you mean?
The owner, the guy that owned it, he just retired. Tony Baldino, he came up to me one night. I said, "Did I hit my bonus?" And he goes, "Nah, you came close, but you didn't." And I said, "Tony, how am I going to hit my bonuses?" He goes, "That's something you can't. You got to get more famous. You got to do better radio." I don't know. I couldn't tell you. There was no radio to do in back in the day.
Right.
They had no radio in Chicago. And he goes, I'll tell you what. If you can get the people out to the bar and get them drinking after your show, and keep them here another hour getting cocktails by just doing like a meet and greet or you know, hanging out, I'll get you your bonus." And I went, "Really?" And he went, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, you have no idea how much money that is for me." So that night, I said to everyone, "Hey, the show's over. I'm wrapping up. I'm going to close in a second, but I'm not leaving. I'm going to hang out at the bar afterwards and drink. If you want to come out and drink, I'm going to figure out a game of chance." I was like, we're gonna figure out something fun. We're all going to gamble, and we're going to just put money in a pot. Someone's going to walk out with like $500 tonight. But everyone stick around. We're going to party after the show. And so I went out and I did this game where you throw a ball, like a dude perfect shot,
right,
from across the thing. It was $5 buy-ins, $1 reshoots.
Okay.
So everyone bought in for $5, and then it was $1, and we did it. The dude that won like $700. But man, there was like 200 people in that bar, and Tony Baldino was sitting at the corner of the bar drinking a glass of red wine. And he came over, and I go, "How was it?" And he goes, "I think you made me about fucking $5,000 worth of drinks." He goes,
Nice.
"I'll bonus you out for the whole fucking weekend." And I was like, "Really?" So I started going into clubs saying like, so if I looked at it, and I remember Attell saying this to me. Attell said one time, he goes, "You can't ever trust that they're gonna." I done Laugh Stop in Houston, and he goes, "What were your bar sales?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Your bar sales." He goes, "The guy didn't know comedy. He's not going to book you because of comedy. He didn't know what the fuck he's talking about." He goes, "But I can tell you at the end of the week." He looks at those bar sales.
He's a restaurant manager.
He goes, "If you have bigger bar sales than anyone else, he's going to bring you back."
Yep.
That plus that, and I went, "All right, I'm going to just change bar sales." So I go into clubs, and I'd fucking set record bar sales. I go in, I have beers on stage. I bring a bucket of beers. Order yourself a bucket of beers. It's going to be a long night. And then everyone go to the bar afterwards. We're going to stick around and party. We're not going home tonight.
Yeah.
And I remember at my height of doing it, I would go into a club like Helium, and on a Saturday show, Saturday early show, they didn't have beer. And there was no beer to be had. And they were waiting for their vendor to show up with beer.
Because they killed it on Friday?
Because we killed it on Friday. And
all the beer?
All the beer. I remember I used to do a crazy show, which, I mean, we have a lot in common because I had a lot of gumption. I had a lot of ambition.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like no one's ever going to give me an opportunity. We all feel like that.
Yeah.
I felt like no one's going to give me an opportunity. There's a million white guys. I don't wear New Balance. I don't have a fucking hoodie. I don't have a notebook on stage. I'm not smart. I'm not fucking topical. I don't have I'm not the best joke writer. I'm a storyteller, but no one wants to hear a fucking story, I felt like.
Okay.
And I would create opportunities for myself. So I did a thing called Calling Sick to Work show.
Okay.
I would go do radio at like 7:00 and start drinking on radio. And then I'd tell everyone, do not go to work today. Go to the comedy club at 11:00. It's open right now. And we're going to do an afternoon show. Call in sick to work and meet me at the comedy club. And that was the first thing I did that was successful. Because I'd announce them and they'd sell out immediately. I wouldn't even have to go to do radio. And they were crazy. And I remember we did the one in Tampa, and as I showed up on fucking, it was like a Thursday morning.
Yeah.
They were out of beer from the people that got there at 7 a.m. and started drinking.
Already.
And they were like, we're out of Bud Lights. And I was like, what else do we have? And they're like, we've got Mick Ice or some shit.
Right.
But yeah, that was my, and then, you know.
That's dope. So for me, I just opened a front lounge at my club. And the other club that I had for 5 years, the bar was kind of like through an archway. So it wasn't like it wasn't conducive for having an after party. But this is a space completely to the side, opposite a foyer. I'm like, let's go over there. And it was just going to be front lounge.
Yeah.
Last week, I'm like, let's call it Thelma's. That's my mom.
Yeah.
So she's still alive. But she's like, I'm coming to have a shot at Thelma's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's that. I'm trying to get people to get the concept of let's have a show and hang out and have some fun after.
But
my city is like, there's nothing to do. And they're so beat down with the nothing to do shit that I'm like, come down to Thelma's.
You should have every act you do DJ for you. Like have them pick the music that they want to play, because that's an easy thing.
Yeah, over in there.
Yeah, over in there.
For sure. But
yeah.
I was like, well, you guys know we need a speaker, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to get, it's that new. Like, the grand opening for it hasn't even happened
Can
yet.
you pull up your website? I want to see who plays your club.
The club?
Yeah.
Go superfunnycomedyclub.com.
God damn it, man, you do look good. You look fantastic.
Thank you. You're about to be wearing that same thing. So there's Peritos. There you go. July 4th weekend is DL Hughley.
DL Hughley's
and then we're just going to watch my Netflix special together.
How's that mailman?
He's solid. Gary, he's from Gary Owen.
Yeah,
yeah, check him out. So he's here this week. Then, so Eric Griffin.
Oh, Eric Griffin's a fucking
Bellamy.
legend.
Yeah, and then he said say more shows. Let's just view the full calendar.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my little calendar, man. I got
this
monsters
is fucking
on there.
awesome.
Yeah. There you go. So we got Tony
Rock,
Drew Dunn. See how it's not all white? Ashley Guttermuth.
Who's Ashley Guttermuth?
Selling the fuck out of military tickets.
Really?
What?
TK Kirkland. Shout out to TK Kirkland.
T to the motherfucking K. Yeah. So my club is the real deal. Tone Bell, Schuler King is moving
Tone
tickets
Bell's
online.
fucking the
He's
man.
Crushing it.
It's so funny. I've done a lot of podcasts with comedians where we talk about comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I feel dry about it. I'm like, yeah, it is what we do. For some reason in this conversation, and I haven't done, I did comedy last night for the first time in a club, like club, in like a year.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've done like, I did 2 nights here and 2 nights there in Vegas. And like, I've done some stuff.
Yeah.
But not like really like going, all right, I'm back. I'm officially back.
Lock in.
And I'm like enjoying comedy. I'm missing comedy now talking to you. Like, and when I watched your special, I was like, I really loved it. It's the silliest thing, but
Finish that sentence?
I really loved your special. And I was like, man, I fucking miss comedy. I miss doing it. And I haven't missed it. I've almost been like I talked to Jim Jeffries today. He's doing his 11th special.
Right.
Comes out and I was like, and he was like, mate, I have done 18 hours worth of stand-up comedy. And I was like, wow. And I looked at it and I was like, I've done
in specials?
In total. You could play Jim Jeffries specials for 18 hours.
That's crazy. I have 22 crowd work joints on YouTube where once a month it's a challenge to you go on stage, you can only say things you thought of that day, things in front of you, and go.
Yeah.
And I do a 45 to an hour. They're all on YouTube and their own playlist. They got 2.2 through like millions and millions of views.
Really?
Yeah, there's probably like 50 million views on those.
See, I was like,
people fly from all over America to be in my club for my first Wednesday crowd work joint. I haven't posted one in the last 2 months because I'm like, I want you frothing at the mouth when this special comes.
Oh yeah, that's
so
smart.
Putting a lot of hours of you online is a big deal. But you just fucked me up. I had to get my shit together just now because I put my life's work into this. I've sacrificed everything, family, everything. I don't have a wife, I don't have kids, and all that to be able to get to the point where I can put a special out and while I understand the point is to sell some tickets and it's a realistic goal to want 10% more or 25%, it's not why. I'm like, I want to make my mom proud. I want to move. I want, if I die, that there's something of me the fuck out there that I existed, something post-mortem that was a bad motherfucker. I got that. And so, yeah, but for you to watch it and then to say, where you're at in the game and to say it made you miss part of comedy is psycho. Like that, thank you. But, I just try to have fun, keep it loose, roll with it. And what you miss is still there. Come get it. If you want, if there's an itch not getting scratched, bro, scratch the itch. Like go. Yeah. And it might not need to be 270 people, but just whatever you're like, man, I miss gigging like that. Fucking gig like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to go back to Atlanta. I leave for Atlanta tomorrow.
Nice. And
I'm excited because I'm like, I'm going to be able to roll in. I've never been a bump the people only because I got bumped so much that I was always, it bummed me out when I got bumped. I was like, man, this was my fucking night. I put my kids to bed early. I didn't do shit because of this.
Right.
So I never bumped anyone.
Right.
But I'm not going to bump anyone, but I am going to call a certain few clubs and be like,
in Atlanta,
if I roll in.
You know Gary Abdo?
Oh, wait, I know. Hang on.
He's got the comedy theater, the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
I know. I don't know if I know him.
You may have met him if you've been in Yellow Springs.
I know Charlie Abdo.
I don't know. Gary Abdo.
Type in Charlie Abdo.
Okay.
How do I know Charlie Abdo?
There's a comic.
Oh.
Type in Gary Abdo.
Oh, hang on. Type it. Get out. Hang on.
That guy has a gun in his asshole. Who is that?
Hang on. Hold on. And do not. Hang on. Do not post what's on there on this. Is everyone clear with what? Do not have a wide shot right now. Okay. Do not post what's on the screen.
Okay, there's some
do you know what Charlie Abdo is?
Ooh.
Go to all. I can't believe I thought I knew this guy. Charlie Abdo. Read this out loud.
A French satirical weekly magazine known for its cartoons, reports, polemics, and jokes. It's described as anti-racist, skeptical, secular, and within tradition of left-wing radicalism, publishing articles on various topics, including politics, religion, and culture.
The magazine gained international notoriety following a series of terrorist attacks.
Fuck.
Does anyone remember when they went up and shot up a magazine? Charlie Hebdo.
Wow.
Wow,
so that's why that name clicked.
That's when you said that. I know Charlie.
So I'll go back. Do you know Gary Abdo?
I know his brother Charlie. Keep going.
They're definitely not related.
His brother's this good cartoonist?
Yeah, that's Gary Abdo. Okay.
No,
he was Matt Rice's original manager.
Really?
He's in Atlanta. He's really...
Well, the punchline's there. Jamie's there, right?
Yeah, but if you want to do midweek work, he literally just texted me the other day, like, they're only seeing names right now if you know anybody. So if that's the case, there's a sweet... That's somebody that gets it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind just sticking my head in.
Same team.
There's something different about and I'm sure you know this, maybe you don't anymore, but performing for not your fans is really valuable.
Oh, you want to go up and they don't know it's you.
I don't want the crowd showing up because it's me.
I have a show, this is just to tell you, and it's a brand new concept, but it's called Super Funny Presents. I'm going to do 35 minutes, and then whoever walks through the door is a secret. I do that.
Yeah.
And if that's what you want, there's that.
Yeah, that's what it's
do it.
Because if you're
110% of the door, okay, because they're gonna drink. So
they're gonna drink. God damn, fuck.
If you want it, but this wasn't that. This is just I appreciate you what I've seen you do. The fact that you're a waymaker in a space where I don't see a lot of waymakers. I don't see a lot of people saying, I want to do this thing and I'm doing my fucking way. And so, you're doing mind-blowing shit. If you don't think I'm already, where can I get a house in Tacoma? You know what I'm saying?
It's such a move, man.
Yeah, because this is
You did Tommy's. Tommy's got more of an abortion clinic vibe.
Yeah. I was like, am I about to get my tubes tied?
Thank God, yeah. Thank God they outlawed abortion in Texas. Tommy could get that place.
But he has a nice setup.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. It's almost like he wants to prove to you he's not racist because all the murals are of black people. And you're like, yeah.
I got on the show and all the clips were fucked up black people. It's so what do you think? It's a guy with no teeth biting an apple. And he was like, nigga, this apple's crazy. I was like, Tom, what is this?
Tom loves black people.
What is Tom? He's not white.
No. He can say the N-word.
No.
No, he's Peruvian.
Peruvian?
Yeah.
He can't say it.
Well, he does.
Well, I know. I felt it when I was there. What's up, Tom?
He does it all the time. Like, to me, I don't know if he does it to other people.
He
but
calls you.
Yeah, that's his nickname for me.
So this could have almost been something else.
Yeah.
It's could have been Puerto.
Yeah. Yeah. His Porosos is for the Bears.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But this could have been Puerto Negritos.
Yeah. No, Tom is, God, that makes me laugh.
I saw a video. I think he caught his mom farting. Oh my God.
It's like a fucking 5-minute fart.
It was
It's just
outrageous.
No, his mom rips farts.
There was way more clapping, and it was like, it was outrageous.
Yeah.
I'm like, sit her down. Somebody got to wipe her. Like, it was the crazy. And he said she does that all the time. He just caught her slipping.
All the time.
You still drink Kool-Aid? All the clips I've seen. You still, yeah?
Yeah. I love Kool-Aid.
What color?
Red. I had purple the other day in Atlanta. They give us, in our hotel, gave us big jugs in our fridge. I have it's almost like a condo, less like a hotel. Although it isn't a hotel, I got a fridge and I got a kitchen, got a living room. We got 2 rooms in it, and so in our fridge they give us big glass jars, like old school.
That bit, huh?
No, and they left me Kool-Aid in the room.
Nice.
And I put all 3 different Kool-Aids in the jugs.
But it's because they know you love Kool-Aid.
Oh, I get Kool-Aid
the same way
left for
Fluffy
me.
gets cake and all that. Yeah.
I get Kool-Aid left for me everywhere I go.
Really?
When I go to the airport, the place I go through a different entrance.
Okay.
They have Kool-Aid waiting for me every time. I tell you what I love the most about you is your team. Like, you got the same team I got, is that when I talk shit, they'll call me on it. When we were talking about that racism thing, she's like, you're actually wrong. I was like, that's the same type of person that works for me.
You're pointing at Malcolm X right now. So, yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, no.
Hey, can I ask you a black woman question?
Shit, Bert. She took her glasses off. Go ahead.
What is it with Altimas? Is like all my feed is black women driving Altimas in AI.
And they're just tearing up shit.
And they're just running over babies. Damn, bitch, get out of my way.
Yeah.
Stuck in late 90s, early 2000s. They're starting to get fed.
It's crazy.
AI is starting to reach people first.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you see the video where AI is literally like, I don't know why y'all talking to me. I'm an AI. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, AI, my favorite AI is, what is it? It's Fat N-word Summer.
It's what?
Have you seen it? Put on your headsets. This is
what?
oh, hold on. Yeah, I mean, you never seen this?
Fat what?
No.
Oh, fat nigga.
Put your headset.
You said
Have you seen
N-word?
it? Yeah, I can't say that.
They're going on. It's a bunch of big fat dudes going on.
Type in fat fellas. Type in fat fellas. There we go.
Yeah, I've seen this.
No, don't do that one. There's a new one.
Lord.
Go to this one. Go to the one where he's rubbing his belly.
Let me get my shirt. God damn.
Welcome to the churn chamber, Purity Princess. I'm about to ruin your whole bloodline. The whip broke down in the middle of Skibbity, Ohio. Pulled up to a farm and, well, they weren't expecting us. Welcome with open arms.
I don't think they're black, the guys who run that site.
Really?
I don't think so.
You met them?
No, I haven't met them, but
There's a couple moments where you're like,
I have a
that's
feeling
not
it's
something a black guy would do.
2 Asian guys.
You think so?
Well, the turnaround was pretty quick. No offense. I don't mean to stereotype, but like
So
I
is
texted them.
Is AI for artificial or Asian intelligence?
It was just work done so quickly that I was like, this has to be 2 Asian dudes. Like it has to be. But like,
was it in time?
I texted them. I texted them
and said, "Yo, it's Tom's birthday."
That morning, and it came out within fucking 2 hours.
Yes,
and
if it was black people, when do you think you would have got it?
Oh, no, I wouldn't have received it yet. No, I'm kidding. No, but that's my only fear is as soon as I did it, I thought to myself, God damn it, I hope these are black dudes running this site.
Nope.
And I showed it to one of my black friends. I think it was maybe Donnell, and he was like, it's not black dudes.
He said it's not?
Every black guy I've ever showed it to is like, I don't think the black guys run that site.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, but so it's a little weird. Is it racist if you make AI say the N-word?
AI has no race.
Yeah. I guess it's just like
You can ask Siri
it's
what
like
she
Tom
is.
Sawyer. It's just like writing into the book.
No. It's not the same thing.
It's like reading Tom Sawyer.
No, it's still not the same thing.
We should probably wrap this up. We've been doing 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Have we really?
What subjects have we not covered?
There's a lot, but there's no need to list them all off so that we feel like we get them.
No.
You talking about pertaining to me?
We have like what have we
The
not covered?
Netflix special is July 8th.
Good Fortune in
The
October.
Office spinoff is in September. That's going to be great. We're back. It's Greg Daniels, The Office. It's called The Paper. That's going to be awesome. On Peacock. And I'm
You know what's great about that?
I'm in multiple episodes. That's great about it.
That's fucking great.
It's the same world. Like some of the characters are the same and everything.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. What's Paper Factory?
Yeah, they were Dunder Mifflin Paper. Yeah. So there's that, and then there is the Big Dog tour that's starts in September. There's a Super Funny tour that ends now. There is the movie in October. So there's a lot going on.
But number one, special.
Oh my God, the special for sure.
It's on Netflix. Do a solid and just talk about it at work. Tell people you saw it. Watch it, number one.
Yeah.
And once you watched it, bring it up to people. Share it. That word of mouth is the thing that pays the bills. Is what moves the needle, is the word of mouth. You see a clip from him online, give him a follow and share it. Put it in your stories. Tag a friend in the comments and say, you're going to love this shit. Do it all, because that is the thing. And if you don't like it, shut your mouth and don't say a fucking word. That's where my point is. I was like, if you don't like my special, don't tell anybody about it. But you've earned everything you've got, man.
Man, God is good.
God
Thank
is
you, Bert.
fucking great. God is great. And yeah, I believe in God. Suck my dick.
I don't know if that should come right after that in the same.
I believe in God. Suck my dick.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same.
You think when I go to heaven and God's like, hey man, I appreciate your support, but can you lose the suck my dick part?
They'll be like, stand over in that line of other people that said it. You're like, these guys are from the Vatican.
This is what God would say. You ready for what God would say? I'm looking.
Too dark?
God would say,
the Pope's over here. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ. I got fucking 9 popes up here and you're saying suck my dick.
Right.
And they're getting their dicks hard. So they're like, oh, what is he talking about? God damn it. I just said, God damn it. All right.
You're struggling with
I know.
that.
I'm like, oh, yeah. I was thinking about going to church this week.
You should go.
Oh, it's in Atlanta. I'll be in Atlanta. I was thinking about going to a church. You know what church I want to go to?
Which one?
They still have Martin Luther King's original church.
Yeah.
And it's it's crazy. I did the Tabernacle, and I went there.
Oh, that's what we did. That was amazing.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But here's what I said. I was there in Atlanta, and I'm really big on Martin Luther King Jr. He was my guy. Like for whatever reason, he's been a good luck charm for me. I have pictures of him everywhere. I keep him around. I just think it's just, when there's people that think out of the box, he's one of the guys who thinks out of the box. Like, I know crazy little facts about him that are like,
you've studied.
But what's crazy is I still have I go to do the Tabernacle, typical. First of all, it's Atlanta, so that the majority of the population is black there. But typical guys working there are all black dudes.
Yeah.
And I say to one of the black dudes, I go, "This is fucking beautiful, man." He goes, "Yeah, it's gorgeous." And I go, I think of all the generations of black folk that came here to pray. And he goes, "The fuck are you talking about?" I said, "Isn't this a black church?" And he goes, "You think this is a black church?"
Tabernacle.
And I go, "Yeah, right." And he goes, "Buddy," he goes, we didn't get to pray in these. This is a white church.
Mm-hmm.
I went, "No, this is a black church." And he goes, No. And he goes, "You should go see Martin Luther King's church."
Mm-hmm.
And I went, and it is a brick box. It is not the cathedral you think he'd have. And you went, of course. I never realized that, of course, there was no such thing as equality in the churches. You had a tiny church, and then you had this big one made for white people. And it lost the lure of me at the Tabernacle. So I always thought it was an old black church. It's not. And so, yeah, Martin Luther King, oddly enough, I rented an Airbnb from across the street from it at one time.
Really?
Yeah, right across the street. Me, Ari Shafir, and Tom Segura rented an Airbnb right across the street from it.
Nice.
Not right across, maybe it was. I don't know. I was pretty drunk. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
That was a great podcast.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.